because a lot of people just apply for scholarships without getting the point of the scholarship. Chevening, as a scholarship initiative, has a point. There's a point to it. And if you're not that person, then don't bother. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ogadima. Today we are going to really talk about the Chevening Scholarship, the real fruit about it, the fruit that nobody likes to say. And I hope that you will get something from this video, because that is why I have a YouTube channel. So the Chevening Scholarship is an initiative of the UK government funded by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO. It's a full ride scholarship to cover the cost of your tuition fee, your living allowance. They're also going to pay for your return flight ticket. I've met a lot of people coming to meet me to ask questions about it, but they are not eligible. And then you are not eligible for the scholarship and you want to apply. And when you apply, you don't get in. You become depressed and you start feeling bad. Let's leave grace aside and chance and luck aside. What are the chances even that there are over 8,000 people, for example, from Nigeria who are applying for this scholarship, and less than 1% will make it? So what are the chances that you, who do not have that complete requirement or eligibility, get chosen out of those people? What are the chances? There are some countries that the Chevening will fund, the Chevening body will fund, like Nigeria, Paraguay, Latin America, India, and some other countries. So yeah, we know that if you are from Nigeria, you are eligible. If you're from Ghana and so on, if you're from Kenya, you are eligible. That is a simple eligibility criterion, but there are the most important ones. Now, the Chevening Scholarship is for leaders, people who have leadership influence, people who have actually had ample or reasonable, relevant leadership influence in their home countries before applying. So if you do not have that, why are you bothering yourself? If you do not have 2 years experience, 2 years relevant experience, full-time or part-time, 2 years complete, if you do not have that, don't bother applying. You need to demonstrate problem-solving skills in your essays. This is a series of the Chevening Scholarship. I've interviewed up to 2 people, both in the STEM and non-STEM academic field, to really buttress more on the point. Another eligibility requirement is, do you have a networking experience? Do you have that skill? Because if you haven't done it before, what are the chances that you will go to the UK and do it? What are the chances that if you do not have a networking ability, you haven't networked before on a good scale, then the chance that you will do that when you get to the UK is very slim. Do you understand? So people apply for these scholarships and they don't get in, and then they say, they give me love letter. There are people who actually really are eligible and they really have that requirement and they are really good and they are top. I've seen good aces. There are people who are top notch. They have everything. Truly, honestly, they have all of it. They have the experience. They had perfect aces, leadership experience in large scale. They were able to put that in writing, and then they did not get it. That's fine. If that is you, good, do it again. Okay, but I'm talking about the people who do not have this. Don't bother. Someone came to me and he doesn't have up to 2 years work experience. Just wait, get the complete 2 years experience, and that 1 year that you're waiting, use it to get as many networking experience, as many leadership and influence experience that you can get, and then prepare your essays during that year. The people who actually get this thing, the people who actually get this Chevening Scholarship, people who have spent their years gathering all these things. You don't finish from university in 2018 and right from 2018, boom, you start applying for Chevening. I'm not saying that fresh school leavers should not apply, but how many fresh school leavers actually get the scholarship? You know, Omojowa, JJ Omojowa. If you are in Nigeria, you might know him. JJ Omojowa got the Chevening Scholarship, I think in 2018 or thereabout, 2019. That guy, That is the kind of person you're looking for, actually. That with the level of his influence, leadership, that's the kind of person you're looking for. You must not be all that. You can still get it without being all that, but in small quantities. You must not be a big person in the field. If you can get that in small quantities, then that's good. For example, you were the course rep in your class for 4 years, and then being in that position made you learn some lessons. Being in that position also impacted on the students. You were able to do this, you were able to, liaise between the university and the students, between the lecturers and the students, you were able to bring harmony, you were able to solve certain problems. That is a good thing. That is a good leadership experience. That is a good influence that you had on those kids. It's in a small scale, but if that was what you did and it really had an impact, then go ahead. So before you apply, just check how many people apply each year. How many people are chosen out of those people who apply each year? The people who are chosen, what are their qualifications? What are their skills? What have they done? What is the probability that your experience, if you then look at what the other person has gotten, how far they have come, and you look at yours, and then you try to compare, because it is from past scholars that you will see what your level is. Go online, search for Chevening Scholars, chat them up, ask them what they have done, ask them if they can review your aces. Learn to look at what they've achieved. That way you know what the scholarship body is actually looking for. Because a lot of people just apply for scholarships without getting the point of the scholarship. Chevening, as a scholarship initiative, has a point. There's a point to it. And if you're not that person, then don't bother. What are their qualifications? What do they have in their bag? What do I have in my bag compared to these people? It may not be similar, but in terms of rating, rate yourself. If their leadership experience or influence is 50% or 60% or 70% out of 100, yours should be 50, 60, 70. Because the next year, other people like them will still apply. And every year, people make it in life. Every year, people graduate. Every year, people have better experiences. Every year, people have the job of their dreams and they want to get a scholarship. So every year, they keep applying. You are not the only one. You are not the only one. Know this, the Chevening Scholarship is not for academic people, and it's for leaders. So if you feel like probably because you have a first class and then you want to get Chevening just because you have a first class, it's not going to work that way. Okay, it can apply to other scholarships where they do it by merit, right? But the Chevening Scholarship is not just about merit. You can have a 2-2, but if you have very strong motivation, if you have a very strong influence and leadership experience, then you're good to go. You do not need a first class for a Chevening Scholarship. What is your aim actually? Is your aim just to get a scholarship to study in the UK? If that is your aim, you don't need Chevening Scholarship. There are other scholarships that you can get, other better scholarships in terms of having to stay back. If your aim is to leave your country for greener pastures in the UK and then get a scholarship and live a better life, then the Chevening Scholarship, just scrape it out, get something else. There are university scholarships all around. A lot of universities are now giving scholarships to international students. Use them instead, because you are going to apply for post-study visa. You'll be able to apply for that. But with the Chevening Scholarship, you won't be able to apply for that. So what is your aim? If your aim is to get that Chevening, badge. Yeah, I was able to get a Chevening Scholarship. Yes, I was awarded. Yes, I'm a leader. And you want to come back home and continue. Actually, if you really look at the Cheveners, the real Cheveners, the ones who have that experience, they actually want to go home. You know why? Because they are doing things back home. They are making waves back home. They've started things that they want to finish, that they want to complete. And I think that is the most important thing about the scholarship. It's for people who are doing something that impacts people back home, that impacts the common good. That is the That is actually the reason for this. It's not for everybody. What exactly is your aim? Before you look for any scholarship at all, what exactly is your aim? Do you want to go back to your home country? Do you want to just get a foreign education and move on with your life? If that's what you want, then Chevening is fine. Then go for it. If you have the experiences, the leadership influence, go for it. So be careful of what you do. Don't give yourself depression and anxiety. And it's a 1 year application program. The application round is 1 full year. You start applying from August and then you wait till next year for your interview if you are called upon to do that. And then it's just a stressful thing, but it's worth it. It's really worth. If you get it, trust me, it's worth it. And I'm rooting for you. Okay, if you're really that person, please go ahead and apply. So there are 4 essays that you need to write for this scholarship. You need to write your leadership and influence essay, networking essay, um, study in the UK essay, and career plan or career objectives. Now, for your leadership and influence essay, you need to um, use a particular style, a style where there was a problem and then you came on board. You, not a collection of people, you came on board and then you worked with certain people. But because you came on board, you were able to bring solutions to that problem. You need to give real points where you really did a thing and it impacted others. That's what you need to do. You can give 3 to 4 of them and then try to connect your leadership influence essay to your networking essay. Everything has to go hand in hand. You cannot talk about something else and then fly away to something else. It's not going to work that way. Before I continue, guys, hold on. Before I continue, please subscribe. I'm begging you. Please, just subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no money attached to it. Please subscribe. Then your networking essay, you need to talk about how you have learned the skill of networking by really doing it, and how you have really networked with partners, people in your field, like-minded people who you were able to meet, learn from them if possible, and bring out some results by impacting others too. Okay, I have Chevening Scholars who I've interviewed too, and you can listen to them on this channel. The next video will be about scholars who I interview and will give you real practical tips on how to write your essays. If you are the one, and I know you are the one, they'll give you tips on how to write your essays. And I hope that this time you get it. If it's your first time, please give it your best. Don't write in 1 day. Take your time. In fact, you can write it in 6 months. So you must have started before now to write. Okay, take your time and make sure that you really show your passion. Show them that you are the one. Okay, just show them that you're the one. And I hope that you really write something good for them to give you that scholarship. They're studying in the UK essay. You have to do your research for that one. Do your research about the universities and what they offer. There are actually 3 universities that you need to choose from. So first choice, second choice, and third choice. You choose your universities. You explain why you actually are going to that university, not because of the ranking, but because you need certain things, probably the modules that they are offering, probably the center of research there, probably the kind of course that you want to do, and the people that you have to meet because it's about networking, saying that you need to be in that school because you have to work with certain people in your field to achieve certain aims. That's also good. So you need to talk about those schools in very short paragraphs. Remember that it's 500 words each, and you have to go straight to the point and hit the nail on the head. For the last essay, career plan, that part is a very controversial part because a lot of people want to talk about how they want to be ministers and presidents and top global ranking officials, and how feasible is that in 2 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years? How can you achieve that in such a short time? how old are you right now? So you need to talk about going back to your home country, and you need to talk about how you will use the skills and the experiences that you've gotten and the networking that you've gotten in the UK to impact on your home country as your career plan. Because you can't come here and study and they fund you and then you go home and what you want to do is that you want to be the United Nations Secretary General, Global Secretary General, Chairman or Head of Security Council in 3, 5 years. Remember your country, because that's why they are sponsoring you. That's why they are investing in you. So whatever you want to say, whatever you're saying about your career objective, career plan, it needs to connect with your home country. It needs to connect with the fact that you need the UK experience. You need the certificate. You need the study. You need a master's study for your career plan. If you have a career plan that doesn't correlate with what you studied or why you are in the UK, because it's not just about what you studied, it's about the experience and the networking, right? That you will get and the connections that you will get in the UK, right? So if you have a career plan that is not linked to what you've achieved so far in the UK, to what you will achieve in the UK, then don't do that. Okay, you need to correlate everything together. You need to add it to your why. I have a plan, I have an objective to do this and this for my country. I have an objective to go and teach. Probably you're studying education leadership or something in the UK. Probably you're studying a course about teaching, and then you realize that in northern Nigeria they don't go to school, and you want to teach them. You want to teach them in your language. Probably you're from the north and you know how to speak, and you want to teach local mathematics through the Hausa language. This is an example. And you're studying education in the UK as a Chevening Scholar. That's a good one, because you are studying education and then you intend to go back to the north in Nigeria and teach little children how to speak English, how to study mathematics. You teach these children mathematics or English or whatever in Hausa. And that's good. That's very good. That's a very good plan, because you needed that education certificate. You needed that experience in education. You needed that connection in the UK. You needed those network allies. You needed the leadership and the influence that you got in the UK to go and partner with NGOs in the north, international NGOs around the globe, to fix schools in the north. So it works together. Okay. If you're really passionate and honest about what you're doing, if that is your aim, I hope you get it. Okay. The next video is going to be with scholars that are going to give you tips back to back to back to back to back. So just stay tuned, subscribe, and click on the notification bell, so immediately it drops, you come back here and watch. It's going to drop in like 2 days, so come back here in 2 days time and you're going to see it. Okay, I am just growing this YouTube channel, and I hope that people who come here and watch my videos are going to go home with something and it's going to work for them. Thank you so much for coming, for watching, and for subscribing. Bye, till next time.